Hello and welcome. I'm Mary. Welcome to Synchronicity Central. Now, I do want to say that the name of this channel has changed, so I'm Mary Moon with Synchronicity Central. I'm in the process of building a website. I'm going to start doing some mediumship readings and some other things too. And I come to find that I think my true purpose is really spreading enlightenment about synchronicities and raising vibration. And so much of this happens that, I'm going to dedicate a lot to that. So Synchronicity Central, and I believe this is where I'm going to plan it now because this channel has changed names like 3 times. I've kind of played around with this for a couple of years, really went at it because I didn't really know where to start. So I just dove in, and I've changed my name and things as it's felt fit. And I believe Synchronicity Central is where it's going to land because I want people to come here and find synchronicities, be like, oh, I saw a deer today and now you talked about one, or, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about this and then that card came out. Okay. So that is my hope, and that is why I did that. So I hope everybody understands and that that they like that idea. I am doing today my first pick a card reading. I've been excited to do this. It's been so long since I've made a reading and I've missed it so very badly. A reading for my channel. I've done personal ones, but I haven't been able to do one for my channel. I don't have time to sit down and go through all the zodiacs today. So I thought, let me do my first pick a pile. So we're going to find out together what's in each of these piles. And we have a lot going on here. I made the intent that these cards tell the listener what they need to know now the most about their personal relationships. It could be love. I usually do love readings on this channel, but really I feel like this could be other relationships too. And it may be multiple things. It may be love relationship and personal relationships, family relationships, friendships, things like that. But personal relationship information is what I'm asking for each of these. So you want to just look at the pile and see which one you're drawn to. Ask your guides, ask your intuition, which one to pick. There's a red heart. I recently moved, and these are made by a local artisan in the area. I absolutely love them. We have a moon. It's an angel aura quartz moon and a purple heart. I was going to originally do a white heart here, but the guides and the universe was telling me red heart, purple heart, moon, red heart, purple heart, moon. So there must be something there. So I'm going to go ahead and start with pile number 1, the red heart. If you were drawn to that, there's a lot of ways to pick, by the way. You can look at the timestamps and see if the numbers mean anything. See if any of the symbols next to the timestamps mean anything. Maybe you tuned in and your intuition was like, and it went to one of the piles. So whichever one you're drawn to, maybe you're drawn to more than one. You can always watch all of them if you wish. Look for your timestamp, red heart, purple heart, or moon. 1, 2, 3. So red heart pile 1, moon pile 2, purple heart pile 3. We're going to go ahead and get into this together and see what we find out about our personal relationships, starting with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome. Thank you so much for being with me for my first pick a pile reading. I'm excited to do this. Bear with me. I've never done it like this before, so we're going to eke through this together and see what comes through. If you were drawn to the beautiful little red heart of pile number 1, you might want to focus on your root chakra. You might need a little bit of root chakra work. Eating red fruit and foods, focusing on the color red, meditations, things like that can help. We're going to find out together what's in these. We're going to go to the book on some of them. Oh, look, we have 39, new life. We have chaser, in pursuit, convincing, rejection, let them go and let it be. By the way, there's an angel answers card coming up. So if you've had a question on your mind, you might want to ask it. You might get the answer when that angel card surfaces. Sacred space, altar, prayer, candles, communion with your own divinity. Here's the Angel Answers card. Okay, so the answer to your question is remain positive. When I initially started drawing the cards, I was like, give me 6 cards for each pile, please. And like the first pile got 7 cards. I'm like, okay, the universe wanted this message to come through. So pile number 1 gets 7 cards. Same thing happened with pile number 2. So I just drew 7 for pile number 3 also. Clearly 7. Maybe 7's a lucky number for you. Something like that. So we have new life here crowning this situation. We have Mercury, this beautiful butterfly card out of the astrology deck. Think, learn, network, and communicate. All right, we have winter solstice, reflection with the blue coming through. Perhaps you also need a little bit of throat chakra work. And then I love this deck. I got this on a Kickstarter. It's the Gnome Tarot. Let's see what we have. We have the World. We have Queen of Swords. We have the Lovers. We have Page of Swords. Page of Wands. Lots of new things coming in. Some news. Temperance, card 14, Temperance. Can you see this here? Yeah, see 6 cards would have been perfect. A perfect fit on each side. Okay. Maybe like that. Oh. Okay. So give me a moment here. I'm just going to take a look. I'm going to go to the book on a couple of these for you. It looks to me as I'm glancing that you have or in need of some healing. Some healing could be coming in. A lot of blue here, throat chakra activity, maybe things that you need to say, a conversation you need to have. You're kind of in a time out right now. You're kind of resting because it looks to me like a new life is about to be birthed. Yeah, look at this. I like how I kind of ended up laying these cards down, pile number 1, with the 4 of Swords, which is taking a break, some time alone, resting, taking a time out. And then right above it is this birthing of this new life with this beautiful fairy with purple wings emerging from a slumber, looking quite rested and ready to kind of take on some new things. Yeah, resting, a period of reflection might have been happening for you where you maybe have been spending some time alone and really reflecting on your life. This is very healing. The universe wants you to remain positive. You have true love and a relationship that's going to be passionate and genuine coming in for you. Something has completed, pile number 1. Something has completed. It took the life out of you. You felt exhausted. You have really probably gone through a lot. But you are a determined person, and you persevered even when you didn't want to. And after this period of rest and being alone, the universe is like, something new is coming in, right? We have good news, urgent messages, something, there's a restlessness that's going to be stirring within you because that's what's going to propel you to this new life that's coming in. Lots of healing. We do have chaser here in pursuit, convincing rejection. You may be in a chaser, runner-chaser dynamic. Where, you always seem like you're chasing somebody, or perhaps vice versa. Maybe somebody has been chasing you and you run because you feel that pull, so you naturally gravitate away from it. I'm going to see what else we get here before I determine really why that's there. You may want to reflect on the relationships that have been runner-chaser relationships in your life. There's a lot of indication here that there has been some alone time and that's been needed, maybe to heal this chaser energy or runner energy, depending on where you are on that part of the spectrum. And we're going to go in and find out what this Mercury card means. I'm going to go ahead to the book on that. I got this deck, the astrology deck. I'm going to try to keep this reading under 15 minutes, by the way. I should have put that in the intro there. It's been so long. I never remember if I'm saying everything I should say when I do intros and stuff. The Mercury card. Let's see. Mercury. I got these for my birthday past October. I wanted them so bad, and I've moved and I've had a million things. I haven't gotten to really even work with them. So this is one of my first few times. So bear with me here. The energy of Mercury is embodied in ancient mythology by Hermes, delivery man to the gods, a speedy messenger between physical and spiritual worlds. And like the nimble god, Mercury delivers ideas and inspiration from airy ethers to Earth's creatures, linking it to the senses as the receptors through which you receive information. And like Hermes' ability to come and go between worlds, Mercury helps you receive messages from your subconscious by connecting it to spells, mantras, and any form of channeling or communication. The light, fluid, social energy fuels networking and unemotional meetings of the mind. So, the key words for this card are ideas, inspiration, your mind, channeling, communication. I really feel like that's like this reflection. You're thinking, you've got stuff coming in, you have healing coming in. You kind of have a lot of energy kind of pouring towards you right now because this wrap-up phase has been happening. And I feel like you know this rebirth is coming. You may feel it. Sitting in a sacred space with some candles and just connecting with yourself in prayer or whatever makes you feel good will be highly beneficial to birthing of this new life and this happy, new, true love that's coming to you finally. Remain positive, the universe says, pile one, because healing is flooding you. This past is over. You've reflected enough. Let the resting start to end and ease out of your slumber and into this new existence. So experiences this card represents thinking and learning, how you process information, networking, socializing, light and unemotional connections. So this is the omen this card has. Lift out of your emotional body and connect with the intelligence of your rational mind. Your emotional world is a verdant and beautiful landscape. It's your greatest teacher, but every so often hover above it and elevate your perspective. In stillness, right, you're reminded feelings do not define you, because you always can you can always center yourself and ground yourself and just disconnect. I know it's easier said than done. I have one of the busiest, most tormentive minds, I think, on earth. But disconnecting can remind you that that unconditional love that exists is always there, no matter what's happening. You can feel it from your passed on family, your ancestors, your guides, your angels. Everybody is there around you. And when you become still and come above the emotionally charged part of your situation, it helps you to connect with that love and to understand that, you know, your emotions don't define you. So practice removing your emotional filter from critical thinking and problem solving. Hone your ability to see things as they truly are and think methodically. The clearer you get, the wiser your decision making and the more open your mind for spiritual guidance, channeling, and psychic downloads. So pile number one, you may have a little bit of psychic ability. You may know this. It might be just like, I sense when somebody's going to call. I sense when something's going to happen, things like that. I believe that you get a lot of information from the spiritual realm. You may not even realize it, but you definitely do. And when you're resting, it's helping the spiritual world connect with you, okay? Let's take a look and see. Let's go ahead and read about the new life card here, number 39. Number 39 might be significant to you, it might not. Sometimes these are the rights. This is Synchronicity Central. So hopefully somebody out there is 39 years old, or they've been married 39 years, or they have a 39-year-old child or niece or nephew. You know, maybe that number is just significant because it's the number you like. But nonetheless, a beautiful rebirth here for you. Birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air. I really feel like your love life is going to be getting a breath of fresh air. Your personal relationships are going to be getting a breath of fresh air. This has been much needed, a cycle of kind of wintry kind of sensations kind of come over me when I think about your recent past, and spring has sprung, okay? So birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. Yes, yes, I really feel like you've been so determined. You've gone through healing, you've rested, and if you haven't, you're definitely being pushed to do so. You have this renewal coming in, this renewing energy in your love life. So when spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight. Birds return home and sing their glorious song. And nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. Pile number one, I am just so in love with this for you. This is like remain positive, pile number one. You have so much amazing stuff coming in. For a relationship message, this card says new energy enters old relationships, and new relationships are bursting with sweetness and vibrancy, only encountered when winter gives way to spring. Oh my God, what did I say? You know, I said that I felt this wintry energy in your recent past coming to an end, and spring has sprung. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnerships in all forms. Considering this relationship, this is a relationship reading, and I said it could be about many kinds. Pile number one, you have some really amazing light shedding on your relationships. There's going to be some new ones coming in, or old ones are going to be revived, but it's going to feel like spring, like a breath of fresh air. Pile number one, I'm super excited for you. I wanted to keep this under 15 minutes, so I'm going to do that. I hope you liked this. I hope it helped you. I am going to be taking personal reading orders, so check the box below for that information, as well as the decks that I have here and everything else. Pile number one, I'm so excited for you. Your spring is sprung. Take care. Pile number two, hi. If you picked the moon, this beautiful angel aura moon quartz that I love so much, you were guided to pile number two. The moon is always kind of a mysterious energy, right? So perhaps there's going to be some interesting stuff revealed in this reading for you. Thank you for being with me for my first pick a pile reading. I really appreciate it. I've never done this before. A couple of these decks I haven't worked with much, and we're going to find out together what's here. So bear with me. I'm going to kind of lay them out, and then I'm going to tell you what comes to me. We're going to go to the book and check it out. And I also am going to keep this do my best to keep it under 15 minutes. So here we go. We have Observer, card number 49. I do have an Ask an Angels card in here, pile number two. So if you have a question you've had on your mind, maybe ask it, and maybe the guides will answer you with the Ask an Angels card. We have Transformation, Breakthrough, Reinvention. You're ready for the next level. We have Memories, Nostalgia, Reception, Attachment, Reliving the Past, Let It Go. So similar vibes already from pile number one, the red heart. So if you were drawn to that pile, you might want to watch it as well. Similar vibes, but we'll see what else comes out. Recovery. we have my new astrology deck that I got for my birthday in October, and I'm so excited to finally do some work with Mars. Move forward and defend self. We have ancestors, generations. So when we have some supportive ancestors coming in for pile number 2, the moon. Ooh, we have the sun. Originally, I had asked for 6 cards per pile, and then pile number 1, a 7th card, just flew out. So I said, okay, clearly that's meant. Second pile, same exact thing. A 7th card slipped right out when I was shuffling, so I just ended up pulling 7. Maybe 7's a lucky number for you. This is Synchronicity Central. So please let me know in the comments below, what is your synchronicity? What happened? Did you see a sunflower today? Did you hear a mention of a sunflower and see it in the cards? Do you like blue butterflies? Do they mean something to you? Did something, trigger you, a number or something? There's a synchronicity here for you, I'm sure. So let me know. I love hearing what they are. We have 3 of Pentacles. We have Queen of Cups. We have 6 of Wands and 8 of Cups. So I was like, 6 cards would have been a perfect fit, right? I didn't even realize that. I just picked the number, but when I started laying them out now, I'm like 6 would have been a perfect fit, but the universe wanted you guys to have 7. So here we go. I'm going to start just kind of telling you what comes to me. And then I will also go to the book on this Mars card and this Observer card for you. So I feel some good ancestral guidance. You, pile number 2, have strong ancestral roots, strong family ties. They love you very much. Though this is a relationship / kind of love reading, but it could be any personal relationship. I feel like your loved ones that have passed, your family, are really around you a lot, pile number 2. And that may be why you were drawn to the moon. It's kind of an intuitive energy, You have transformation here with a blue butterfly. Those are so significant to me personally too. I love those. Blue butterflies in particular. You really are, I feel like maybe you are kind of, and look, the moon is here too. Isn't that something? Can you see that? This is above me, as I can't see it very well, but you pick the moon, you were drawn to the moon, and you're like here looking at the moon. You're needing to be or have been a good observer in life. Memories are giving you information from the past. They're helping you unravel some things. Your ancestors are helping you with that. Some memories may be surfacing, but pile number 2, they're part of a transformational process. Try to learn to observe your emotions in your personal relationships. Let them through. If you need to cry or laugh or be mad, be that way. And then try to just disconnect from that once you feel you got it out for a bit, and just observe and let it pass. Don't let it stir anything in you when the thought comes to your mind. The sun tells me that you have success and good health. I have a feeling some of you with pile number 2 are in for a reunion. You've been waiting possibly on somebody to come back to you that may have walked away from you or you walked away from, and there's been a period of recovery, and I really feel like you're going to get what you want in that situation. You're going to have success. Happiness is coming in for you. You've been waiting, pile number 2. You may have felt like you have gone through a stressful period of conflict, of defeat, but victory is stepping in with the 6 of Wands here, saying, hey, all of this stuff, there's going to be some, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's not in vain, okay? It was all for a purpose, a transformative purpose. Your ancestors have been guiding you through it while you recover. Maybe, my heart literally just started hurting. So maybe somebody went through a really bad, heartbreaking situation, and you're recovering from that. And you need compassion and empathy. And you have an amazing new relationship coming in that's going to be very fulfilling and happy and give you this that you're looking for. I'm going to pull up this Mars card here. We're going to talk about it and see what it has to say. This deck is so beautiful, and I really wish that I could get more of these readings done so I could work with it more. I feel like I have so many irons in the fire, you know. Let's see here. I'm going to find the Mars card somewhere. I'm so sorry. Pile number 2. One moment. Bear with me. There it is, Mars. All right. So, governing the realm of personal survival and drive, Mars is most primitive of the most primitive of the planets. This hot-headed force has an eye on the prize disposition, determined, right? And we got something here about that too, being determined, in one of the other cards, you know. So there's a determination about your nature that keeps you persevering, pile number 2, despite difficulties and adversities. This hot-headed force has an eye on the prize disposition. Its energy affects your determination and how you go get things done. It's also linked to war, battle, and how you soldier through life toward your goals. Yeah, I feel that with you. You push through, you soldier through, you find some way to do that even when it's very hard. In mythology, the energy of Mars is embodied in Aries, lover to Venus, Aphrodite. Aries is a rowdy god, only tamed through dancing, battle, and sex. Similarly, the expression of Mars varies greatly from person to person, but it must be released. The means of release is less important, but the expression itself is vital. If Mars is blocked, aggression turns inward, causing depression or self-destruction. Ideally, the desires of Venus are explored through the will of Mars as the two work together in perfect synergy. So this card, the keywords for this cards are determination, will, courage, personal survival. You've been through it, pile number 2. Man, the moon is here. You've been through a period of dark. So the omen this card brings, and omens aren't always a bad thing, that's just what it's called in this book. Harness your inner soldier and accomplish something today. Chip away at a small nagging item on your to-do list or begin a long project. Perhaps you've been swimming with ideas and inspiration, not knowing where to begin. Streamline your attention and take one assertive step toward your dream reality. This energy may also come as a sign to slow down and reevaluate what you're working towards. Have you been soldiering on, unclear of what it is you're fighting for? With tunnel vision, your goal may be a mirage after all. What are your true desires? You have divine support in bringing them to life, but the power is in yours to begin. So definitely, like, I feel like this is talking about looking at things from a different perspective and needing to. If you have, if you're emotionally charged, definitely try doing some work to detach from that. Like I was saying, letting feelings pass through and then trying not to let them stir your emotion the next time the thought comes, you know. Deal with them when they surface and at a time that's appropriate, and then try to disconnect. And as the feelings come, just say, okay, that happened, that was an experience, and let it kind of move through you without allowing it to get into your emotional body. You know, just keep that in the logical portion. And I know that's can be easier said than done, but you have a lot of divine support and memories, the nostalgia. But I mean, it's been an emotional kind of difficult time where you have felt stress and possible defeat, and you've had to walk away or somebody walked away from you. But pile number 2, this transformation is happening and the sun is shining on you. This amazing stuff is coming in. It's going to transform your relationships. Let's go to 49, the observer here, before we wrap up your reading. I do want to keep these readings to under 15 minutes, so we're going to do that. So card 49. Perspective, objectivity, neutral observance from a distance. Most people see the world through a personal lens, right? We heard about this in the last card, right? The Mars, having the tunnel vision, being kind of, it can be good to help you soldier through. Bam, I got to get from point A to point B, and this is how I do it. And that's tunnel vision. Bam, right to it. But sometimes we need to pull away and look at the bigger picture, right? And look at things from a more broad angle rather than that narrow tunnel vision, so we can help get different ideas and clues and information and healing and things that our life needs, that our psyche and our subconscious and our angels and guides are always trying to get through to us. So most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances, which may be why somebody walked away, for a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. Wow, pile number 2. You've been seeking illumination. You've been seeking answers. The universe is here telling you this bad time, this dark time that you were in, you're in recovery from, okay? So please know that a victory is on the way. This transformation has been divinely guided. New life is going to be kind of breathed into your relationships. Pile number 1, the red heart, had a very similar energy. So you may have, if you were drawn to that, want to check it out too. Pile number 2, I hope you liked this, my first pick a pile reading. If you did, please click like so I know to do more. Let me know in the comments what your synchronicity was. What was your synchronicity today? This is Synchronicity Central. I want the comments to kind of lift people's spirits by seeing everybody's miracles, and when you put them down there for everyone to see, it raises the vibration of everyone around reading it. So what is your synchronicity? Let's get that started on this channel. And pile number 2, thank you so much for being here with me today. You take care. Hi, and welcome, pile number 3. If you were drawn to this gorgeous purple heart, these are made by a local artisan here in the area where I live, and I just love these. I love going down when they bring a new batch in and picking through them and picking up a new heart. They're just so pretty. So if you were drawn to the purple heart, pile number 3, this is your pile. Thank you for being here with me on my newly named channel, Synchronicity Central, for my very first pick a pile reading. I am feeling so good, and my vibe is so up from piles number 1 and 2 because I haven't done a reading for my channel in a long time. And whether the information is good or on the more dark side, I love doing this so much that my vibration rises tremendously. And I'm just so grateful that you're here with me to allow me to do this for you. So this is my first pick a pile. We're going to find out together what's in it. I'm going to just basically lay everything out. I'm going to tell you what starts coming to me. And then there's 2 cards we're going to go to the book on. And I'm going to keep it under 15 minutes. All right, so here we go. We have, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. We have Higher Power, card number 4. By the way, I have an Angel Answers card in here. So if you've had a question on your mind, you might want to ask your guides. Maybe the answer will come in the Angel Answers card. We have card number 4, Higher Power. 4s are a number of stability. We have family, kids, opinions, judgments, resolve family stress, get support. We have feminine, your divine feminine, you're seeking her twin, or soulmate. So the divine feminine energy inside yourself, whether you're male or female, is seeking the counterpart, whatever that may be for you. So the Angel Answer card, if you had a question, here it is. The situation will improve, pile number 3. As a matter of fact, let me bring your purple heart back over here. The situation will improve. It's beautiful. Look at that. Some stability. The situation will improve. If you had some family issues, things are going to get better. Oh yeah, we have Chiron, hurt and heal. We have Whale. This is interesting with the dolphin and the whale. So a lot of emotional water energy here. Whale, breach. We'll find out more when things, when we get into the reading, what that could mean. And then we have the Gnome Tarot that I got from a Kickstarter. I love it. It's so cute. I love gnomes. We have Knight of Wands. We have 9 of Wands. We have the Moon. Izzy, come on, honey girl. Stop that. My puppy. I have 2 puppies under me. One is snoring away. So we have 2 of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, things looks like they're going to be turning in your favor, with the situation will improve showing up. We have the Empress. It's interesting because we have this feminine card and we have the Empress coming out. A lot of divine feminine energy here in this reading. And then we have the Hermit. So I'm going to kind of just start telling you what kind of comes to me, and then we'll go to the book on the Chiron and the Higher Power card. So it looks like you have been in a difficult situation with family and or your love life. As you resolve the family issues, your stress levels, of course, are going to go down. You may need to bring in your feminine healing energy into any relationship right now, because I feel like it really needs the compassionate healing energy that you have to offer. And you may need to give yourself some compassionate energy, because it looks like you have been through some, dark, some painful, some feeling alone type times. But we have so many good things coming up here for you, pile number 3, because we have a change for the better right here, right on the Wheel of Fortune in this deck. She puts the little meanings on these cards. I think they're so adorable. But we have change for the better on this Wheel of Fortune card in this Gnome Tarot deck. So we have the situation, and we have 2 signs here. That's a synchronicity. This is Synchronicity Central. So what's your synchronicity? That's like my new thing. The Wheel of Fortune saying change for the better right on that card, and the situation will improve. If that's not a message letting you know that you're being looked on and things are going to improve, I don't know what is. Taking time out, revel in solitude and healing. The Hermit is a healing, going within, being alone. You have maybe been in your emotions a lot lately, and with all the water energy here, it doesn't surprise me. Chiron, I'm just learning and dabbling into astrology, but from what I gather is kind of like a lot of our shadow side is Chiron driven, if I'm saying that correctly. Don't annihilate me if you're into astrology and you know it, and just let me know, because I'm just dabbling and learning, but I do believe that's kind of like our shadow side, right? Chiron, hurt and heal, hurt and heal. We have like 2 cards that have the moon there together. So it's like, this card represents illusions and secrets, intuitive dreams and emotions. So you may be in your emotions, but you may be getting some intuitive dreams. And the more time you spend alone and nurturing yourself and loving yourself and feeding the divine feminine energy within yourself, the more you're going to improve, the more information can come in. You really need to, if you haven't been taking a time out, which you may have been, you might need to. Excuse me. The 9 of Wands can be about like kind of heading toward exhaustion. But in this deck, it's like detached, emotional pain recovery, right? Hurt and heal. We have a lot of indications here, pile number 3, that you have been through some sadness and strife. And maybe you just want to be alone and have wanted to be alone because of that for a while. Maybe you come out for like nighttime walks because you just don't even really want to interact in recent years too much with people. That's only maybe for a couple people, but it's there nonetheless. I feel like somebody's going to be coming in. You're going to be getting a message or an email from somebody. They're going to be very charming. But a new relationship awaits you. An adventure awaits you. Things are coming to a better place. You're going to be coming out of this Hermit energy, especially the more you nurture yourself and offer yourself this divine love that you need. I'm wondering, let me see here where we're at on the timer, because I can't see it, and I'm trying to keep these readings under 15 minutes. I know it has to be only about 10. Okay, we're at 7. Okay. So I have everything delicately set up. Like, I've got a tripod sort of between my legs, and so I might have bumped it. I apologize, pile number 3. But you have really been in a period of hurt and heal. We're going to go to the Chiron card here now and find a little more about that. Chiron. And I think I might have said this already. I got this deck for my birthday like 6 months ago. Well, back in October. I guess it was more than 6 months ago now. I wanted it so bad. I love it. It's gorgeous. It's got amazing energy, but I haven't worked with it much. So I don't know, really what these cards really say very much yet. But we're going to find out together. So Chiron holds your deepest spiritual injury. Oh, wow. It illuminates where you feel innately challenged, spiritually injured, and hopeless. We had a card about illumination here. So definitely there may be some information coming in that things are going to be illuminated for you that might help with your healing process. This is your energetic Achilles heel, and when it's triggered, your survival instincts tell you to run. However, your wounding isn't a haphazard accident caused by an external happening. It's of you, braided into your bones. To deny it is to deny yourself. An abandoned Chiron creates a cycle of repetition around your area of wounding. You break the cycle not through resistance, but through acceptance. And through this journey to wholeness, you gain your deepest wisdom. While this wound never leaves you, you gain freedom from its grip through self-compassion and empathy for others, right? The Empress and the Divine Feminine needing nurturing, seeking her twin and soulmate with a new relationship coming in. Pile number 3, I believe you're going to find the relationship and healing in your current relationships that you have so been needing. So, in Chiron's realm, you become a teacher of wisdom. You become the wounded healer. So you may have been through so much, pile number 3, that now you have a lot of information within yourself. You have a lot of growth within yourself. You have a lot of insight within yourself, so you can guide and help others now. You can use that to help others, and you can use it to improve your future relationships. You've learned so much from everything that you have been through. You've been through a process of hurting and healing, it looks like, for quite some time. So this card represents the deepest wound. It's the teacher of wisdom. I feel like in my abdomen, in my center of my stomach, just like an intense sensation, the solar plexus really activating, like somebody has really been through it. But the solar plexus shining yellow, the sun coming through finally. You have had one of the deepest of wounds, I think, inflicted upon yourself. I think some of you might have been cheated on and betrayed in the worst way. And that's maybe the breach of your trust, pile number 3, that has hurt you in a way that made it so you'll never be the same. But you know what? You can heal from that, and you can use that to fuel you and help others. What is your great spiritual journey? Can you identify a common thread between the situations that have caused you the most anguish? Do you have an unnamed dooming trait within that you consider your fatal flaw? With self-compassion, right? With self-compassion, explore your shame, sorry for that, and once you do, practice owning it and loving it. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. When shame releases its hold, you're left gloriously whole, perfectly imperfect, radiant and wise. You soar above your pain and develop self-acceptance and empathy for others. What's more, wearing your bumps and bruises with pride invites others to do the same. When you're at peace with yourself, your gaze softens. How healing is it for another to be seen in their entirety? You become a healing force, and your wound is your superpower. Pile number 3, your wounds have been deep. And with deep wounds come deep insight, deep healing, deep information. They make you a deeper person. Pile number 3, things are turning around in your favor. I really believe you might want to listen to what I read there a few times, because there's some significant information there. And I guarantee you it's for probably most of you that chose this pile, if not all. So we're going to go here to card number 4, higher power. It's a really pretty card if you want to see the imagery. Conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. This card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. So yes, definitely a sense of protection for pile number 3 here. A higher power has been guiding you. Your higher self has done a lot. Your inner child healing with this hurt and heal card here. Nurture that, okay? And as you do, it's going to heal your family both above and after you in your timeline. So in relationships, this card means it's time to address how much effort you give your relationship with your higher power, called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy, or whatever is special to you. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. You could be a very spiritual person on pile number 3, and if not, you may be gearing toward that. You may want to look into doing some shadow work, or perhaps you already know you've been doing some shadow work. Times have been a little dark. You have felt kind of alone and withdrawn and disconnected. Possibly some family relationships or love relationships have been difficult, but this higher power sensation is coming in to like heal the wound of betrayal, to heal the wounds that are the deepest, and to let you know that you just have so much compassion surrounding you, and to give yourself more of that. You're awaiting a new adventure, pile number 3, a new relationship coming in, something so much better for you. And I love how it says, where was that? The appearance of this card indicates there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. This may be somebody old that's coming back, that's going to really propel you forward and has changed you so drastically that it made you heal and blossom and become something new that's going to emerge out of this hermit energy. And maybe you're going to be meeting somebody new that's going to just propel you to the next level now that you've been through so much and learned so much and grown so much. There's stability, though, pile number 3, at the base and the crown of this reading, and in the relationship department. Adding empathy and compassion is always going to benefit. Things are improving for you. Pile number 3, I hope you liked this. If you liked this pick a pile reading, because I've never done it before, please let me know. This is Synchronicity Central, so I'm just going to keep saying it. What's your synchronicity? What amazing thing happened to you today, even if it wasn't in this reading, that made you go, oh my gosh, I thought of that and then I saw it on a sign. I dreamt of it and something like that happened. I thought of her and then he or she called, you know. I love gnomes, and I find a gnome reading. I'm going to the beach soon and there's a girl swimming with dolphins, you know. I'm vacationing at the beach, you know, this kind of. What is your synchronicity? I would love the new vibe of this community to be raising the vibration of the collective consciousness. As we share our synchronicities in the comments, it encourages others to notice theirs. And hence we're having this little spiderweb effect of positivity that helps everyone in the world. So pile number 3, thank you for being here. I so appreciate it. Take care.